Hello, greetings. This is me again, Sahara Jawad. Sorry, Westerners, level-headed Britishers, and those who apologize to the world, Britishers, for what they did for 100 years. But will the Muslims apologize, religious scholars, for what they have done for 1400 years? And what their great-grandfather Sayyids would apologize? No, we don't see. I started to study the Quran ayats, taking off somehow God, some great, because I was after the truth. Even our religious scholars like Allama Majlisi, Shia religious scholar, said, in the end, I'm after the truth. So studying the Quran ayats, I can't believe it, that religious scholars, Quran experts would not see this, and they are his devils from him. Then whoever defends a rapist in the name of Allah raping, like you know, we say that Pakistanis rape their motherland, kaapi ke. In Urdu we say kaapi ke, khatam kar diya, bribery and all this. Anyhow, very vulgar stuff. But you see, this guy is vulgar, this man. Breasts, voluptuous breasts, and all this. And those who are, even now, saying not to say anything to Prophet Muhammad, what he did to their leaders, the idol worshippers' leaders. My last video was on this, very slow, and I've tried to edit it and do as much as possible in this very broken state. So you see, you can see. Thank God I saw it, and I've left Islam, Shia Islam, and Islam altogether. Anyways, the Muslims don't think we Shias are Muslims. Surah 7, verse 3. Do not follow any awliya other than him, Allah, meaning. Now, even the Muslims have got verse ayat 9 of Surah Fat wrong. They've got it wrong. Allah is saying, but they won't accept it. They won't accept it. They have been corrupting their own text. You see how it is written and how tricky it has been, that they're his devils, little devils, and then they will kill for him to defend his name, because Allah has exalted his name, meaning zikr, Muhammad, zikr Muhammad. Enough. So, you know, what is said, liars will have a... So this person, this Muhammad, whoever he was, monster, beast, devil of a devil, what he's done is the way he's put these words and saying that it comes from Allah, a very tricky thing. You know, on one hand, like for example, in Surah Ayat, like very, okay, like in this Surah Ali Imran verse 9, no, and what's the proof? Okay, after the proof, Surah Ali Imran verse 79. You see, some translators have put, let me get one. Some translators have put it like this. Like, if I was to say that I'm your, be my servants, yani be my ghulam, yani. No, be my servants. I don't know what it, khadim or something, knocker, knocker, be my knocker. In Urdu, I say knocker, right? But the Quran ayat goes, be my worshippers. So now, which translation is true? Be my worshippers, or be my servants. Surah Al Imran, verse 79. Sorry, I cannot make good videos and all this. I get very restless. I have to see when will it upload, when will it, very restless. So that's why I'm using this one, very quick one. It could take 2 hours and yet it uploads in a few minutes. So look now, looking for my, sorry, it's very, looking for my, so, you know, this Muhammad, in the name of one God, he distorted it's, he's distorted the message, whatever he calls it, the message of Allah to humankind, mankind. He's distorted it. See, we will surely, oh God. So I don't know what to Sirf Allah, and we have Quran only people, we have all sorts of people who are defending this rapist because, you know, Surah Nisa, and they know he was helping widows. And Shia is even worse, like temporary marriage, what your right hands possess. They've forgotten that at that time there were captive women, children, even. And what your right hands possess, they say, mutta hai mutta. So we children, we lost, you know, slave, not slave, but when you read the Quran, and it's in a terrible mess, firstly, without the hadiths and all this. It's really like from a psychotic dictator who's hungry for attention and praise. Surah Fatah. Okay, let me just finish Surah Araf. I hope I can. Follow, O mankind, what has been revealed to you from your Lord, and do not follow other than him any allies. Now, this should be for the Muslims too, not only for the idol worshippers, right? Like, you should be consistent. What rules you have for yourself, your religion, should be for what rules against others' religion. Let's put it this way. Rules against others' religions, like idol worshippers. Okay, you know, they put idol, 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 and changing faces. Your own prophet, your own Allah, sorry, has changed ayahs. So why you blame idol worshippers for changing their gods' faces in idols? You have an idol, you have a house of Allah, you have that black stone, you want to hide it. You know, there's a sin, there's a curse of Allah. Use your own religion, ayats, Quran only, not hadith. Curse of Allah on the liars. You will be in the lowest abyss. What you believe in, what you will get this time. Because, you know, you've done a lot of defending of a rapist, Muhammad the rapist, and whatnot. Other things I must I don't want to say right now, to be on the safe side. I don't want to get killed by a mad wicked, even a Shia Sayyid. You know, a very dangerous religion, very dangerous. He might be thinking that be Fatma Zahra is communicating with him, that I will go to hell and he will go to paradise. Someone like Sayyid Yusuf Zadi. Follow, O mankind, what has been revealed to you from your Lord, and do not follow other than him any allies. Little do you remember. Do not follow any other. Oh God, I don't want to hear this. But I have to tell you, because you are killing people, defending a rapist, defending a liar. What is this? Any? Awliya, awliya. What is Mawla? Mawla. Surah Maida. I tell you, Imam Ali was a devil. Another one. Surah Maida. What is Mawla? Tell me, verse 55. When will you stop killing to defend the name of Prophet Muhammad, whom Allah has exalted? Your ally? What? This is Waliyukumu is Allah, not Mawla. Oh, here is where I find Mawla. Not only Allah. And those who believe and those who establish the prayer. What is this? What does Surah Maida say? Verse 55. 5th chapter of the Quran. क्या बोलता है ये? ये बोलता है कि तुम्हारा ओलिया कोई नहीं सिवाय अल्लाह नहीं. ऐसा नहीं बोलता जैसा इधर बोला है. सूर्य आराफ में बोला 3 वर्स आयत 3 कि तुम लोग फॉलो नहीं करो वो औलिया, कोई औलिया, एनी औलिया को फॉलो नहीं करो, नहीं लो औलिया अल्लाह, नहीं लो एनी औलिया अदर देन हिम. कैसे बोलेगा हम उर्दू में हैं? So, what is this? Surah 7 verse 3. I'm not telling you Westerners are speaking in English, but I want this message to go far and wide. So if the Muslims here kill me, you Westerners, at least with humanity, some love, will know, and even the Gurus, Hindus, will know that some psycho lawyer Muslim killed me. Right? From Pakistan, Lahore. Because he not wanted me to respect the gentleman who helped me, my principal in Holborn College. So, right now, I think you Muslims, your religious scholars have been lying to you through and through. Not only Muhammad. He's the main culprit, Taghut. See how you can change. See how he deceives. Well, if you don't want to see, you don't have to see it. But you're going to go and you're going to do Ghazwa-e Hind. especially you Indo-Pak Muslims. You will do Ghazwa Hind, right? You have done Ghazwa Shia because you want your Islam, and that Shia mad Iranian wicked leader did Ghazwa Sunni in Iran. Bastakis, see how beautiful Bastakis have turned out to be. My principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. So, your ally is none but Allah. I'm telling you. It is written. I'm not telling you. You are rapist. He married captive women, not widows only. Captive women whose husbands' fathers he killed. What if Sayyid Yusuf Zedi, Muhammad come, Muhammad Mehdi, and kill you and marry your wife Chanda Farah? Hmm? Kill you because you have done something wrong. Kill you. Battle. Your prophet gave quite a battlefield. Brought the Jews at the battlefield. तुम्हारे रसूलुल्लाह ने battlefield में लाया Jews को. तुम्हारा फादर सिंध कोर्ट में पता नहीं ब्राइब लेता है क्या लेता है. शिया सैयद. तुम्हें पता नहीं इमाम मेहदी से आ रहा होगा कि प्रिंसिपल गंदी है. क्या तुमने बोला हमारे प्रिंसिपल के बारे में? हाँ, कौन सा प्रेयर गंदा मेरे लिए दुआ किया था? What the prayer wrong she prayed for me? Bad prayer that I die? You, huh? You bring that man. So you liar stinker. Liars are stinkers. Your ally is none but Allah, and therefore his messenger and those who have believed. This is Maida, Surah Maida, Ayat 55. Now, I tell you, these religious scholars, they're liars. One who is not Hafiz the Quran can see what a life this Muhammad has done. So, who sent you, Yusuf Zedi, Sayyid? You think he will tell you the truth? Who gave you bribery and sent you to London? Which lawyer, Pakistan? Who sent you? You liars in Pakistan. You are going to defend the Prophet who was a rapist and calling idol worshippers as if they care what the more someone blame them, the more their sins are forgiven. But today, for truth's sake, I want to idol worshippers won't need my defense against this dirty, filthy man, vile to the bones. What Surah Araf verse 3 say? How many times am I going to repeat myself? But I will show you. Do not follow any awliya. Acha, follow. Look at the words he put. I cannot believe the words. Corruption has entered the Quran, or it was originally there, and your religious scholars tried to fix it. But who changed the Quran? Who brought? No, change the Quran, no. Nor the Shia, nor Sunnis. But you know what this prophet has done? Where is it? I will show you. Surah. Look, Westerners, look. How this prophet is light. Stinker. Rascal. His name is exalted. Sharam nahi aati? Shameless. Muslims. शर्म नहीं आती रेपिस्ट का नाम एग्जॉल्ट कर रहे हो हाँ जब उनके पास आइडल वर्शिपर्स के पास just for the sake of telling you how these Quran ayats are imported confuse you I have been maddened my head I've been clinically diagnosed as mentally challenged. Where is the Surah Araf? Where's Surah Araf here? Again, open tab. Surah Araf. See, your shaitan is better. Verse. See how this your shaitan. Little do you recollect, closely follow what has been sent down. Look at the Quran verses. If someone doesn't know Arabic, how would they know? What? So many different translations of one ayat, one book, and such difficulties. Because you see, your prophet is blaming idol worshippers, Christians, Jews for changing the Bible, their books, holy scriptures. God knows he burnt the idol worshippers' books even. Follow, depend on what has been said. See, in bracket. What is this now? noblequran.com. Follow that which is sent down toward you from your Lord, and follow not any patrons beside him, yet little you are admonished. Little do you deliberate. Tazakkarun. I tell you this prophet and how he bring about Allah and how he make you confused. You think, okay, he make you bigots, he make you fear. What is the bigot? You know what is a bigot? He make you a bigot. A person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, very stubborn people. Or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards a person, like idol worshippers, Jews, some Jews, or people on the basis of the membership of a particular group. Bigots. He made you bigots, and dogma. You believe in this dogma. What else can I say? Made you bigots. Very stubborn people. Laid down authority as incontrovertibly true. What did it mean? And you see, he's given you a dogma. Something held as an established opinion, authoritative without adequate grounds, concerning faith or morality. What else has he given you? Something that seems true. Greek was something. A dogma in ancient Greek was something that seems true, but it is. I mean, that's all it says, but I'm saying it's not true. Something that seems true. He gave you a dogma. A belief or set of beliefs that is accepted by the members of a group without being questioned or doubted. But very, I must say, Satan has such a thing. Surah Ghafir, verse 42. Buddhism. But now here I'm just going through. Commanded to worship Allah alone. Surah Zumar, verses 2 to 3, something there, verse 11. So here again, back to Al Imran. See the import, see the thing of this. So he didn't tell you actually what is worship, how to worship God. Like the idol worshippers. So, you know what I mean? Like, do not follow any awliya other than him. Allah. Now, Surah Fat, right? So Surah Maida, ayat 55. Then why do you have Allah and Messenger and the righteous believers? Why do you take them as patrons, awliya? Huh? I already did Jews thing in detail. Surah 7, verse 33. I could not even write it properly, what I've written here on my board. Surah, again Surah Araf. Sirf Allah hi Allah karna. Verse 33. Say, my Lord forbiddeth only indecency, such of them as are apparent. You see, haram, right? It is haram. Say, my Lord has only forbidden immoralities. What is important here? Oh, what is apparent of them and what is concealed, and sin and oppression. Some Muslims don't even know that the alcohol is haram. They say, we're written in the verse, ayat near it. Close by to it, very near. Alcohol is haram. We're written there in that ayat. But it's written it have greater sin. Maybe he himself drinking a little. I don't know. No, I'm just, maybe. No. I tell you, better to drink alcohol than to do what he has done and said, this is haram and that is haram. Immorality. Immorality. What your right hands possess. Boom, boom, boom. Pleasure. Do you see it or you still don't see it? And you are, our religious scholars are going to go and you have put the women in parda. and yourselves put your head down. But there's some of you well, yes, Shaitan has made the good for you, this ayat. Oppression without right, and that you associate with Allah that for which He has not sent down authority. But authority has been, if really, authority has been sent. How He deceive you, confuse you. If you cannot convince them, they say confuse them. So idol worshippers are najis, impure, ignorant, jahil, and whatnot. Right? And they have no knowledge, ignorant. And when they give knowledge, I found a verse which says they say they have knowledge, but don't believe them. They're lying. Baba, there was this verse I found. I should have jotted it down here. You have no knowledge, idol worshippers. Then how will they provide evidence? Huh? Oh, Allah, anything about which, and that you attribute to Allah anything about which you do not have sure knowledge. You do not know Him without the knowledge. Oh God. Oh, sure knowledge. Only you have sure knowledge that Prophet Muhammad, you know what you see, they're trying to correct sure knowledge, true knowledge, clear proof. Muhammad is clear proof. You see this is Surah Araf, verse 33. It is forbidden to attribute to Allah, messenger of Allah, or associate with Allah, which He has not sent down authority. So He sent Jibreel. What He sent down to you? Clear proof? Muhammad, the clear proof. The clear proof. Light? Quran ayat. You know very well, you've seen it, Allah has told you, shown you. Al-Ba'ina verse. Clear evidence. Now, what the ayat you are trying to explain? I stand on clear proof from my Lord. Say, indeed, I am on a clear proof from my Lord, and you have denied it. I do not have that for which you are impatient. The decision is only for Allah. He relates the truth, and He is the best of deciders. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Clear proof. How He clear proof? Clear proof is that the sun is shining. That is clear proof. Sun is there. Thus did we try some of them by comparison. Do not best too grateful. And when those come to you, believe in our verses, say, peace be upon you. Your Lord has decreed upon Himself that in Himself mercy. Himself mercy. Decreed upon Himself mercy. Yeah. Decreed upon Himself mercy. Your Lord upon what the decreed has He has pierced
نفسه
himself the mercy that he who does among you evil in ignorance and then repents from after it and reforms, then indeed
فأن
what the
رحيم.
and those when those come to thee who believe in our signs, say peace be on you, your Lord had inscribed for himself. What he trying to correct Yusuf Ali in bracket the rule of mercy. And has to do with detail. He not even properly know how to write. Is Allah. Translators are putting in bracket 56. Say, indeed, I have been forbidden to worship those you invoke besides Allah. I have been forbidden to worship those you invoke besides Allah. But then now you will worship me. Surah Fatah. Muslims have got it wrong. Say, I will not follow your desires, for I would then... Oh, you follow your own desire, I tell you. And God even give you desires like anything. Wishing you're answering your desires. You want one wife, two wife, three wife, four wife, five. Adopted son's wife, God gave you. You want Safiya bint Uwais, God gave you. God gave you Jews land, Fadak, God gave you. God knows what He gave you. He gave you Jawariya. If we follow you, our men will be doing muta boom boom boom, having 4 wives. Your sunnah. And I will not follow your desires, for I would then have gone. Yes, you will not follow idol worshippers. Hindus we, Rakhi Bandhan, sister and brother, even not by blood. Adopted son का क्या हाल किया, उसकी वाइफ को लेके बम बम हराम है तुम पे, बेगैरत, शर्म नहीं आती है, rascal of the century. And I would not be of the rightly guided. Say, indeed, I am on clear proof from my Lord, and you have denied it. Oh, I do not have that for which you are impatient. Oh. What? It is not in my power. What you would see hastened is not in my power. Like, Say, if I had that for which you are impatient, what are they? That the punishment of God come on them? They're impatient. So, sometimes he say, oh, then wish for death if you are truthful. So they think they are truthful. So let us see. We, very courageous people say, okay, let me see if that's true, God. First, God knows what psychologically you have disturbed them, that there's, like I used to say, let the evil come upon me then. Be it so. You see what you have done to their minds, that they are calling for their destruction. Arey Allah hum pe hazaro beje, chalo bejo hum pe. What are they impatient for? If you call it the wrath of Allah, you call it the wrath of Allah. What you have made them impatient because they're Allah telling them something else, you're Allah telling you something else. They have become frustrated, disturbed, utterly, that they are impatient. Now they are impatient for the wrath of Allah. And with him are the keys of the unseen. None knows them except him. And he knows what is on the land and in the sea. Not a leaf falls, but that he knows it. Now he's telling us what he knows. And I don't have these things that he has. So, he's telling us what Allah has and what Allah knows. Who can tell us such a thing? Idol worshippers cannot tell us. And it is He who takes your souls by night and knows what you have committed by day. As if the former scriptures at least didn't have had this, right? Although corrupted, He blames them. He is the subjugator over his servants, and he sends over you guardian angels until when death comes. Oh, our messengers take him, and they, his servants, are returned to Allah, the true Lord, unquestionably. Allah is quick as judgment. See who okay, I had enough. But do you see? Say it is Allah who saves you from it and from every distress. Then you still associate others with Allah. Say He's the one able to send upon afflict. Okay, and now what was that other one that Allah? I've forgotten. It was coming to me now. The Quran ayat. Believe in Allah. And what the servant of Allah coming. Surah Ghafir, verse 42. Do not make me blaspheme against Allah, calling on other than Allah. Right? Something like this. I remember this verse, it is put on poor Jesus Christ. O you who believe, this is from the ranks. As-Saf, 61 chapter of the Quran, verse 14. O you who believe, be helpers of God, as Jesus, son of Mary, had said to the disciples. Who will help me in the way of Allah, of God? Who will help me? Why is Jesus Christ calling out like this? And they had answered, we are the helpers of God. Then a section among the children of Israel believed, but a section among them did not. So we helped those who believed against their... What? Anzarna. Hal min nasir anzarna. What? Okay, I go to Quran, Surah 61, verse 14. Surah 61. Let me see if I can find Arabic translation Quran in Quran oral corpus. So Allah needs supporters, and then He says, who did Jesus Christ call out to? They were not the chosen. O you who believe, be helpers of Allah. Now the Shias and the Muslims will say, oh, they were believers in Jesus Christ. I will check. Okay. You see, you make a mistake there in Surah Fat. You are wrong, you Muslims. Okay. Honor him, help him, respect him, and exalt his name morning and evening. It is Muhammad's name, the messengers. And exalt him morning, not his name. Exalt him. You Muslims have been wrong about Surah Fat Ayat 9. That part in the end. Okay. Now, Isa son of Maryam, to the disciples who
أنصاري
are my helpers for Allah. Ansari.
الله
You can be Ansar. See how we.
الأنصار.
Now, what's the difference between awliya, friends, and helpers? Protectors. See how words are just changed, but
فآمن
then believed.
الله
Are
أنصار
the helpers
الله
of Allah,
فآمن
then believed. A group.
طائفة.
What is this? Oh, you have believed. Be supporters of Allah, as when Jesus, the son of Mary, said to the disciples, who are my supporters for Allah? The disciples said, we are supporters. But you see here, they've not put, who are my helpers, Ansar, for Allah, in the cause of Allah, for Allah. The disciples said, we are supporters of Allah. Wait a minute, didn't he say in Surah Araf verse 3, do not follow any awliya other than him. Okay? So, but here they, since they've believed, they can be helpers of Allah. The disciples said, we are supporters of Allah. And a faction of the Christians believed. So we supported those who believed against the enemy and they became dominant. This is the last verse, I'm afraid. And another favor he will be, which you do love, help from Allah. And the help? Sometimes they are called to help Allah. And then they put cause of Allah, supporters of Allah. Supporters of disciples became, so some disciples did become supporters of Allah, right? Who are my supporters? Who are my supporters for Allah? The disciples said, we are supporters of Allah. And sometime he tell either worshippers, right, that, no. So how he really confusing here. Supporters of Allah.
أنصاري إلى
For Allah.
الله
Not Allah's cause. You may put
الحواريون.
in brackets, cause of Allah. هل من ناصر أنصرنا. Who will be my helpers? To see the work of, in bracket, Allah. Who will be my helpers to Allah? What is this? And the Shia religious scholars and the Sunni religious scholars, they think they've got it all sorted out. Well, oh. Even though the pagans may detest it. Oh, you who have believed. Another ayah. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. It is that you believe in Allah and His Messenger and strive in the cause of Allah with your wealth and your lives. Oh my God. That is best for you. So, you could kill someone, you could go on war. Your lives. He wants your lives, your property, your money. He will forgive. But that every every religion say that give your life for I give my life for my religion. Help from Allah. And another favor will He bestow, which you do love. Help from Allah. So, 14, that was 13. O you who have believed, be supporters of Allah. Who will be my helpers? For Allah. We are Allah's helpers, said the disciples, right? Like that. We are supporters of Allah. Now what happened in Surah, what happened there in Surah Ghafir? Remember, we are supporters of Allah. Surah Ghafir, verse 42. You do call upon me to blaspheme against Allah and to join with Him partners of whom I have no knowledge. Okay. And where that ascribe unto Him as partners, thereof I have no knowledge. You not even have knowledge who will be believers here for me, of supporters of Allah, but you just call. You give a call out. Who will be my supporters in the call of Allah? Jesus said to His disciple, believers. Okay? Do not follow any awliya other than Him. Surah 7. Do not call on anyone other than Him. Do not call for help even. Who will be my supporters in the helping Allah? Yeah, you help Allah. You do not call on anyone. Why Jesus do not call on anyone? Why Jesus call out like that? Do not call on anyone other than Allah. Right? But then we are told that this is right. This is not a change in Bible. Corruption. What did they say here? So call you Muhammad and the believers upon Allah, making your worship pure for Him alone. So call you, O Muhammad, and the believers upon Allah, making your worship pure for Him alone. Shirk. To call upon or invoke other than Allah is shirk. Right? Here we have Islam NOTTS.wordpress.com. Please don't do me in for copyright infringement. Nor call on any other than Allah. Such will neither profit thee nor hurt thee. If thou dost behold, thou shalt. Surah 10, verse 106. And do not invoke besides Allah that which neither benefits you nor harms you. For if you did, then indeed you would be of the wrongdoers. And cry not picto, and cry not beside Allah unto that which cannot profit thee nor hurt thee. 106, verse 10. Surah 10, there's a verse written and in bracket written 10, 106. So you know what it means? Surah Yunus, chapter 10. Yeah? Here you may say, what are you going to say here? What justification are you going to give? And that the mosques are Allah, therefore call not upon anyone with Allah. 72, Surah 18, verse. What is justifiable? What is justifiable? Is invoking other than Allah polytheism? Sirat Online will explain to us. I'm not going there. I don't want to. So tell the idol worshippers, these Ansars of Jesus Christ who in the helped Allah, what will they be? Supporters of Allah. Helpers of Allah, right? What are they called? So, idol worshippers, will your idols, your gods answer you? What does Quran verse say? Who has no knowledge of the unknown except God? Al Imran, verse 11. Huh? We call upon them. We call upon them. Quran ayat. Surah Araf verse. Now it's Surah Araf again, verse 194. Indeed, those you policies call upon besides Allah are servants like you. Servants like you. So call upon them and let them respond to you if you should be truthful. Do they have feet by which they walk? Or do they have hands by which they strike? Or do they have eyes by which they see? Or do they have ears by which they hear? Say, O Muhammad, call your partners and then conspire against me and give me no respite. Now, he's also calling for a wrath of their gods. Call upon those gods, your partners. Call gods or whatever you call. Indeed, my protector is Allah, who has sent down the book, and he is an ally to the righteous. And those you call upon besides him are unable to help you, nor can they help themselves. 198. And if you invite them to guidance, they do not hear, and you see them looking at you while they do not see. What is going on? Take what is given freely. Wait a minute, so the idol worshippers, for them this way, call upon Surah Safayat again. And if you invite them to guidance, what are you saying about yourself? This. I've just had enough of this. Right? Surah Saf. Hello Sunnis, hello Shias. Idol worshippers, Nijas, their gods, they cannot call or make anyone friend. They can't even give the knowledge. Glory be to Allah. Right? A last ayat here. Surah Saf, ayat 14. O you who have believed, be supporters of Allah. As when Jesus, the son of Mary, said to the disciples, who are my supporters for Allah? The disciples said, we are supporters of Allah. So no respect, nothing for them, chuck them out. You know what supporters of Allah are? if Allah is so great, which Quran says He is, then you make Rasulullah. I mean, I was just checking these verses that this website has given me. Some of it, well, oh, I'll tell you why they. What is this? Huh? Didn't make what? Why? What exalted is our beloved Prophet? His exalted status. He is Noor, Allah blesses him, mercy for all the worlds. His name is Muhammad, meaning the most praised one. Surahs given, Allah has exalted his zikr, remembrance, his exaltation. A surah is given, verse is given. His exaltation on the night of Miraj, his station of praise, his station of praise. You still no. Verse 7, Surah 17, verse 79. I forgot. And there's more. Surah 17, verse 79. Surah 17, verse 79. It may be that the Lord will raise thee to a praised estate and keep constant vigil with it. The Quran part of the night. It may be that your Lord, that's why the Sunnis pray, may he get the Maqam al-Mahmud. Mahmud. Yeah, that तुतकोरी वारियरा जानी को मैंने Mahmuda. Maqam al-Mahmud. Mahmud, the comedian in Indian movies. Actor. And from part of the night, pray with it as additional worship for you. It is expected that your Lord will resurrect you to a praise station of praise and glory. Maqamam Mahmuda. Not Maqam. Rabbuka. Resurrect you to a praise station. So that's why Sunnis don't worship, no? What is words used? I really don't know. Only know. So Sunnis say they don't worship Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Shias worship Prophet Muhammad. Shia say we don't worship Prophet Muhammad. So let me see translations. That you people may believe in Allah and His Messenger and honor Him and respect Him. Respect the Prophet. Well, I tell you, there will be azabun azim on you people where you are translating this Quran ayat. لِتُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ وَتُعَزِّرُوهُ وَتُوَقِّرُوهُ وَتُسَبِّحُوهُ بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. Do you get what I get? That you people may believe in Allah and His Messenger and honor Him and they respect the Prophet and exalt Allah morning and afternoon. If you read the translation, Pakistanis, or maybe let's see Urdu mein kya hai. Yusuf Ali, oh, I forget that. In order that you men may believe in Allah and His Messenger, that you may assist and honor Him and celebrate His praise morning and evening. That's it. Yes, Yusuf Ali is right. It means celebrate Prophet Muhammad's praise morning and evening. Celebrate his praise. Prophet Muhammad, not Allah. Yusuf Ali, you see, he put it without any comma, anything here. Look at this eye. Look at it. Oh, myislam.com. Please look at it. That you may assist him and honor and help him. Honor him and celebrate his praise morning and evening. His messenger may believe in Allah and his messenger, that you may assist and honor him. Now you don't tell me that the Yusuf Ali put a comma here, messenger, that you know. It means his messenger. Please get it right for once. Get your own Quran ayat right in translation. Get it right. Liars, liars, pants on fire. Oh my God, means you have no fear of God. If you had fear of God, you Sunni Muslims, I know how accurate you want to be and how reading the Quran face value and accurate and precise, and do your wuzu perfect so that your salah can be perfect, and your lahja, your accent, Arabic accent in Arabic is speaking word perfect accent even. But your ulamas, your experts did not take care. How taking care? You could be hit in the madrasa by a Maulana, your teacher, if you not, if you even put something in your mouth and they read that, they slap you. Honor him and glorify Allah morning and evening. Maybe it can happen, right? Because if you mispronounce the words, some madrasas and some teachers I've heard, don't tell me I've not heard. I've even heard the Shia Imam Tawhidi saying that he was beaten, he was hit. Shia Imam Tawhidi, his name, in his Shia school in Iran, Iraq, wherever he was. Right? They used to hit him because he made if he made mistake or something in reciting the Quran or forgetting something like that, whatever he say, like I'm just, you can listen to his videos how he was hit. He was hit in Iran or Iraq, wherever he went to study with the Shia ulamas as his teachers, in order that you, mankind, may believe in Allah and His Messenger. So you take so much, you think, oh, we take so much care, cautious, not make mistake. Otherwise, our Maulana will hit us. Translators making mistakes, different ways. English translators. I don't know about Urdu, I know to read. Now I have to find translate. I have no this thing for Urdu. Oh, so that you believers may have faith in Allah and His Messenger, support Him and honor Him, and glorify Allah morning and evening. Oh my God. So who changing the Quran in translation, English translation? It is very fragile, susceptible to different translations and differently written. Do not follow any Awliya other than him. Can they hear? Believers can hear, but I don't think Sunni Muslims take this seriously. Helpers, Ansars, right? Of Allah. We are your helpers. He called out, who are my helpers? So do not call on anyone except Allah. Do not call. Do not call on anyone. Do not call for help on any. Do not call for help other than Allah. Let me see. You see the way it is put? There it is put like Ansar Allah, Jesus Christ. In the Quran, Allah says, help one. Do not assist each other in acts of sinfulness and transgression. Importance of helping others in the Quran, Allah, what is the siyasat.com website? They're explaining now. They have whole article, siyasat.com. Oh my God. Would they help one another in acts of piety? Oh. Surah 5 verse 2. What is this? Surah Maida verse 2. So a human being can help another, right? Or only Muslim? Idol worshippers can help each other? Surah Maida verse 2. When pilgrimage has ended, you are allowed to hunt. Do not let hatred of a people who once barred you from the sacred mosque. Those who give water, you tell them, no, 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 this is not equivalent. Idol worshippers, for the pilgrims, they were giving them water. A Quran ayat is there. Oh, you have believed, do not violate the rights of. Who may have stopped them from worshipping their idols? And worship, they had idols there, their idols. And they were giving the pilgrims water. So Muhammad, Allah said to them that it's not equal to believing in Allah and the last day. So sacred house seeking bounty from the Lord. And, oh, who stopped them? Who barred them? And lead transgress, cooperate righteousness. And cooperate in righteousness and piety. But do not cooperate. This is not calling on help. Like you cooperate. Look how it's written here. You will never know. But you Quran experts should see his cunningness, his deception. You see how you write in the article back there? Oh, well, it's just gone. There's not Windows. Do not call for help. Here it comes. Importance of helping others in Islam. Do not assist each other in acts of sinfulness and transgression. Assist. Help one another in acts of piety and righteousness. But if you call them, they do not hear your call. Even if they were to hear, they would not respond to you. What are the idol? Why do you think the idol? If you invoke them, they do not hear your supplication, your prayer. And if they heard, they would not respond to you. And on the day of resurrection, they will deny your association, and none can inform you like one aware of all matters. You know, this is for the idol worshippers. Surah 35, Fatir, verse 14. Let's continue and see. Loading. If you invoke them, they do not hear your supplication. What's the verse previous? He causes the... That is Allah your Lord. And those whom you invoke other than Him do not possess as much as the membrane of a date seed. And those whom you invoke, do you think if you invoke Rasulullah, he possesses a membrane of a date seed? My Kalki Avatar, Paramahamsa Vishwanatha. Bas. So you know when you have power above them, you know the truth. Why you want to just not put them down? Just let it be. O mankind, you are those in need of Allah, while Allah is free of need, the praiseworthy. I just myself messed up. You can only warn those who fear the Lord. No, I should stop now. I think I've got to my truth. I will save myself. But I want to save. No. You know how obstinate. The messengers came to them with clear proofs and written ordinances and with the enlightening scripture. Oh God. As if the idol worshippers. No, but this is for the sake of those who will remain confused, and then they will hate idol worshippers, call them ninjas. Even Jews, we're not to. I'm showing you what he's not giving fair. He's a false prophet. Why you not to see it? So I should not. I'm not. I was in this religion, and I am shocked. It's not that I'm putting someone down, but taking your own style, your prophet's style, and as Allah's. Right? So, yeah, sorry. I just got lost in too much of. Ouch. When you get it, but you know, I don't want to malamat you, blame anymore. I just had enough. So, what I want to convince you or tell you for what? It was very difficult for me. So I will just let it be for a while. and see why I'm doing this. Thank you.